Hello and welcome back, everyone. If you're an older gentleman who's ever found himself wondering if a younger woman is genuinely interested in you, then this video is for you. So many men miss the subtle signs of attraction, not because they're out of touch or oblivious, but because the signals younger women send aren't always loud, obvious, or flashy. In fact, they're often quiet, measured, and rooted in something much deeper than simple flirtation. The truth is, the way a younger woman shows her interest in an older man can be far more meaningful than the typical attention you may expect. Now, here's where things get interesting. Younger women who are drawn to older men often feel a need to prove they belong in your world, but not in an obvious way. It's not about playing games, it's about admiration. It's about wanting to be seen as someone who matches your experience, your stability, your calm confidence. Many older men fail to recognize these signs because they expect loud or direct gestures, but younger women often express their interest in ways that might seem like small or incidental moments. You see, many men fall into the trap of thinking that youth is the ultimate form of attraction, believing that once they start aging, their value in the dating world diminishes. They look in the mirror and see lines they didn't have 10 years ago, or feel a change in energy, and they assume that their prime has passed. But the reality is, in the eyes of certain women, the very qualities that come with age, experience, stability, and emotional depth become incredibly attractive. Younger women who are drawn to older men don't care about keeping up with the latest trends or competing in a race for youthfulness. In fact, the more an older man tries to act younger than he is, the more awkward the dynamic can become. What a younger woman truly notices is how composed an older man is when things get uncomfortable. She notices how he doesn't flinch when silence fills the space, how he listens without interrupting, and how he remains calm in situations that might throw others off. These are signs of emotional intelligence, and that's something men of her age often don't possess. An older man's appeal isn't in pretending to be something he's not. It's in owning exactly who he is. When he speaks with conviction, when he moves with purpose, when he tells a story simply because it's meaningful to him, that's when she's drawn in. It's not about being louder or flashier. It's about being authentic. Women respond to groundedness, and when that groundedness comes from a place of experience, not ego, it becomes magnetic. Many older men mistakenly apologize for their age, making self-deprecating jokes about their gray hair, their knees, or their changing pace. But what they fail to see is that this communicates discomfort with who they are. Women find that discomfort unsettling. When an older man accepts who he is, his age, his experiences, his strengths, he becomes intriguing, compelling, and desirable. It's not about apologizing for aging, it's about embracing it. When a man can talk about the lessons he's learned, not as warnings, but as insights, he shows that he has moved through life and come out wiser, and that's what makes him attractive. The truth is, younger women don't just tolerate older men, they admire them. They find something deeply appealing in a man who knows how to stay calm when things fall apart, who doesn't play emotional games, who values his time, and who offers not just excitement, but a sense of stability and clarity. He becomes a rare find, a man who doesn't need constant validation, whose presence is steady and reassuring, especially in a world that's often too fast, too loud, and too disconnected. So the real question isn't whether younger women find older men attractive. The question is whether those older men are willing to embrace their experience and stand in their truth. Because when they do, they often find they don't have to chase anyone. The right woman will already be watching, waiting for someone who doesn't need to prove anything, someone who is content in themselves. When that happens, you'll start noticing clear signs from her, subtle but meaningful signals that a younger Woman uses to show her interest in you. Let's dive deeper into the four main signs you should be looking for. Signs that a younger woman is genuinely interested in you, even if she's not always saying it out loud. Sign 1. She emulates your preferences. One of the quietest, yet most profound signs that a younger woman is interested in you is how she mirrors your preferences in small, seemingly insignificant ways. This can show up in moments like when she laughs at a joke you didn't think was that funny, or when she eagerly agrees with your favorite movie or restaurant. You might say you love Italian food, and she lights up with excitement. At first, this might seem like politeness or playful flirtation, but there's something deeper at play. When a younger woman subtly aligns herself with your preferences, she's signaling that she admires you, that she wants to be seen as someone who belongs in your world. In a world that prizes independence, this behavior might get dismissed as superficial or self-serving, but in reality, it's a gesture of trust. She's allowing you to lead the conversation, not because she's weak or has nothing to contribute, but because she feels safe in your presence. This is a subtle form of respect, her way of showing that she's open to being influenced by you and that she admires your calm confidence. Sign 2. She uses intellectually thoughtful language. Another way a younger woman signals interest is through the words she chooses and how carefully she crafts her thoughts. You'll notice that she moves away from casual slang and begins to use more refined, sophisticated language. This shift might not happen all the time, but when she's around you, she might quote authors, reference deep films, or bring up ideas that reflect the maturity she admires in you. She's using language as a bridge to meet you on your intellectual level. It's not about impressing you, it's about demonstrating that she can hold her own in your world. By adjusting the way she speaks, slowing down, choosing her words, carefully, even referencing concepts that you hold dear, she's telling you that she values depth and complexity. It's a compliment, though quiet and subtle. She's hoping that you'll see her for more than just her age and recognize the effort she's putting in to align herself with your worldview. Sign 3. She becomes more serious around you. Now, this might come as a surprise, but when a younger woman is truly interested in an older man, she doesn't always lean into flirtation or lightheartedness. Sometimes she might become more reserved, composed, or even deliberately serious. It's not that she's losing her sense of humor or her fun personality, but when she's around you, she might consciously adjust the way she presents herself. This shift is usually to show you that she's serious about the connection she's building with you. She might even change her wardrobe to reflect a more polished, mature look, moving away from the trends she normally embraces. This isn't because she's ashamed of being young, but because she wants to be seen as someone worth taking seriously, someone capable of building something substantial with you. She's signaling that she's no longer just interested in casual flings, but in building a deeper, more lasting connection. Sign 4. She downplays her immaturity. Finally, a subtle but powerful sign is when a younger woman downplays her immaturity. She may no longer talk about wild party nights or impulsive adventures. Instead, she might tell you that she prefers a quiet night at home, reading books, or enjoying a glass of wine. This shift isn't about lying or being inauthentic. It's about her trying to align herself with the steadiness and groundedness that she senses in you. She's looking for a connection that goes beyond the thrill of youth. She's signaling that she's ready for something deeper, more meaningful, and that she's trying to rise to meet your level of emotional maturity. When she talks about her past in a way that's calmer, more reflective, it's her way of saying that she wants to be seen not just as a fun, carefree girl, but as a woman capable of building something real with you. In the end, the man who recognizes these subtle signs, The quiet shifts, the intellectual gestures, the changes in behavior will find himself not just admired, but respected. The right woman will be watching, waiting and admiring without needing to shout it out loud. When you understand these signs and acknowledge them, you'll find that you don't need to chase after anyone. You just need to stand confidently in your own experience, and the right woman will step forward, ready to meet you where you are. So guys, pay attention. The signals are there, and they're more meaningful than you may realize. When you start seeing them, you'll realize that age doesn't take away from your value. It actually enhances it. Be proud of who you are, and don't be afraid to embrace the wisdom that comes with experience.